this is Zoe Harcombe. Today we're going to talk about 3 things that you may or may not have heard about, but understanding how they impact your weight is going to be one of the most fantastic pieces of knowledge you ever gain in your quest to be slim. Doctors may think that you're greedy and weak-willed in that you can't stick to a diet. I don't. I've researched obesity and overeating over 20 years, and I've come across 3 medical conditions that are unbelievably common. I would put money on the fact that you have at least one of them, and they cause insatiable food cravings. You are not greedy, you are not weak-willed, you are an addict, and there are physical reasons for your addiction. So the 3 conditions are Candida, food intolerance, and hyperglycemia. Candida is a yeast that lives in all of us. It's just a parasite. It's kind of like our appendix. It's just something in the body that doesn't serve any useful purpose. If it lives there in harmony, doesn't get out of control, we would never even know it's there. The trouble is, Candida feeds on things that increasingly we have been giving it in our modern diet. Candida loves sugar, absolutely adores sugar. It loves bread, it loves yeast, it loves any carbohydrates. Strangely, it loves vinegary and pickled foods. So if you've ever found yourself craving coleslaw, vinaigrette, pickled onions, bread, pizza, beer, confectionery, chocolate, sweets, any of those, I would put money on the fact that you've got an overgrowth of Candida in your body driving you to crave those foods. Typical symptoms of Candida can include dandruff in anybody, athlete's foot in anyone, and thrush particularly in women. It's an incredibly common condition. If you suffer any of those, you've got a Candida overgrowth, and that's making you crave the things that are sabotaging your diet. I can talk you through in any of my books on theharcombediet.com all that you need to know about Candida, how you got it, how you get rid of it, what it's making you crave, how it's ruining your diet, and how to overcome Candida in as short a time as possible so that those cravings go away and you lose weight. The second medical condition that is sabotaging your diet is called food intolerance. Food intolerance literally means becoming intolerant to a particular food, and it happens when we eat too much of a particular food and too often. When you think about it, think how few foods you actually eat on a daily basis. You might have cereal for breakfast, that's wheat. With milk, that's a dairy product. You might have a cheese sandwich for lunch, that's wheat and dairy again. You might have pasta for dinner, that's wheat again. We eat so few food groups that our bodies naturally become intolerant to some of them. The real irony is that the foods to which you become intolerant are the foods that you crave. So if you're craving sugar, chocolate, bread, pizza, beer, cereal and so on, it's because you're intolerant to it. We can get rid of those food intolerances. In fact, we can get rid of them in as few as 5 days, which is what phase 1 of the Harcombe diet is all about. We can get away from that food addiction that you're suffering. You can start to lose weight. You can stick to a healthy eating plan. You'll no longer crave bread. It will no longer be making you feel bloated and puffy, and you'll start feeling fantastic. The third condition that causes insatiable food cravings is called hyperglycemia. This is becoming increasingly problematic. The number of people with diabetes across the Western world is increasing dramatically, and hyperglycemia is a malfunction of the pancreas, which is the part of the body that produces a substance called insulin every time you eat a carbohydrate. We weren't designed to eat the level of carbohydrates that we are eating at the moment. 2,000 years ago, man was living on animals, nuts, seeds, berries, vegetables, anything he could find in the natural environment around him. Not Mars bars and Big Macs and milkshakes and packets of crisps and the huge carbohydrate consumption that we have today. If you eat a carbohydrate, your body has to release this product called insulin. Otherwise, you'd be diabetic and you'd be in a serious medical situation. So you eat a carbohydrate, your body produces insulin, and then the idea is that your blood sugar falls back to normal. The trouble is, your body might recognise the carbohydrate in the form of an apple, but it doesn't recognise it in the form of a Big Mac or a Mars bar. So your body just simply releases too much insulin to try and mop up the sugar that's now racing around your bloodstream. So what happens? Your blood sugar actually falls lower than before you ate the carbohydrate. That's when you get the handshakes, it's called that 11 a.m, 4 p.m. feeling. You feel a bit irritable, difficulty concentrating, difficulty making a decision. That is a symptom of hyperglycemia. That is your blood sugar getting too low. At that point, your body tells you to eat. It says, whatever you do now, you've got to eat something because I'm in this hypo situation, hence the name hypoglycemia. Have you ever noticed that when you eat a chocolate bar, you have this amazing sugar rush for about half an hour afterwards, and then about an hour and a half afterwards, you actually want another chocolate bar? You get into this vicious cycle of your blood sugar going up and down. As you get the sugar rush, your body releases the insulin, body sugar goes lower than it was before, you want another chocolate bar. You're actually better off not starting to eat the carbohydrates than you are trying to deal with the consequences of having eaten one. So that is a massive saboteur of diets. When your blood sugar is on the floor, your body is going to do whatever it can to get you to eat. And believe me, your body is going to win. No matter how much you want to be slim, no matter how much willpower you think you've got, your body at that point is going to win out. And that's when you eat the packet of biscuits. So we're going to follow a diet plan that's going to have you feeling great, constant energy throughout the day without those blood sugar highs and lows, again, so that you can stick to a diet, feel great and lose weight. So how great is this as a summary? I'm sitting here telling you, you're not greedy, you're not weak-willed, there's no reason that has to stand as to why you can't stick to a diet. There are 3 medical conditions causing your overeating. One is Candida, one is food intolerance, and the third is hyperglycemia. They are so connected. The same things cause each of those 3 conditions. Chances are if you've got one, you've got 2, or perhaps even all 3. We can get rid of those. Working together, we can get rid of those 3 conditions, and then you'll be able to stick to a healthy eating plan and you'll be able to lose weight. You're not greedy, you're not weak-willed. These things are working against them. We can overcome them. Only when we've overcome them are you going to be able to lose weight.